Gamescom 2025 is a really good show. There's a lot of good games there, and there's have been like a whole new premises, whether it be old IP, new games, new IP, or even some updates for old games that has been there. Well, I want to make a rundown for it by myself, and let's see what some of the games that I might actually take interest in, and some are whatever because I'm not really into that style of games, and some that is actually what I think as a bad apple. And here's my own summary of Gamescom 2025. So first we go to game promotions. Of course, where there's game shows, there's always be games promotions. So games that are what I think to be pretty much just a promotion for a game with nothing news or stuff like that are games like Neverness to Everness is an anime gacha games that plays pretty much in a conceptual ways to Grand Theft Auto with the star crime system and stuff like that. And then there's Honor of Kings Worlds that plays in a similar ways to Final Fantasy or pretty much like MMORPGs, something like that. And then there is Delta Force. Well, it's a shooter game where you also loot some stuff along the way. I never really played the game, so I don't know what it's about. All I know it's like a battle royale, as far as I know. Age of Empire 4 is not really my cup of tea, so I guess whatever. And then there's Fate Trigger. It's an anime style shooter game. Now that is something that I just never really get myself into. I mean, I love anime style games, but anime shooter game is it's a mixed feeling for me. That's all for the games promotion, and moving on to the shows or animes that is being shown in this game show is that we actually gonna get a Sekiro anime. Yep, they just reveal a Sekiro anime in these shows, and boy, that one looks like it's gonna be a banger. I never really heard of From Software series actually becoming a TV show or at least an anime. Well, I guess this is the first one, to be honest. And the second one will be definitely Fallout Season 2. Any of you who are basically Fallout fans and love the shows or basically just geeks for that franchises, well, this might be a good thing for you. Well, maybe you like the shows, maybe you don't. Well, to be fair, I don't watch the shows. I might will try it probably like once in later or who knows, right? But that's that. And then we go to games updates and DLCs that is revealed in this series. Well, of course, we're just gonna get the first one that is straight away being told on the starting of the show is Hollow Knight Silk Song. It said that they made a demo in the booth. Basically, you need to go to the place itself in Germany where the Gamescom events are being held. Well, sadly, they're still not revealing any kind of dates for the release of that DLC, so that's that too. And then also, there's gonna be like Monhan Wild collab with Final Fantasy XIV. I don't really have a much saying on this except for just basically just one thing. Just fix the goddamn game, bro. Like, I see your rating in Steam. It's so bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's so bad. And then there's an update for Arknight Enfield. I heard like lately the communities gonna have conflict on the game itself, but who knows? Maybe they fix it somehow around that. Well, it's an anime gacha game, so that's that. And then there's like a DLC for Diamond X Machina Titan X Cyan. I don't know if it's a DLC or a new game, but it's using the same name, so I'm gonna guess big chances it's gonna be DLCs. It's a mecha game full of well, you can design your own waifus, I guess, in a way. I mean, I played the games once, I guess, something like that along the way. And then we got another DLCs for Indiana Jones and the Great Circus, The Order of Giant. Bro, Bethesda, hear me out. We want the Elder Scrolls 6. Please, do that instead. God, it's been almost a decade. Basically just one more year and it's gonna be a decade since the last time you just gave us a teaser for that game. Please, for God's sake. And then there's also update for World of Tanks for you who love to that franchise. You know, it's like an arcade style tank shooter game style. Well, I don't really delve much into it, so that's that. And then Fortnite collab, whatever. And then Inzoi Island Getaway, it's a DLC for Inzoi games. It's like the Sims game or something like that. Gonna be called the Sims Killer or something. Well, I don't really into that games genre, so I guess it is what it is. And then Uncharted got update. The games look good. It's a adventure sandbox kind of game where you can build stuff whatever you like. And somehow, they do make that water physics along with the way. I mean, we've seen that kind of physics in Minecraft, but then again, Minecraft is a pixelated box game, right? Well, it is what it is. And to make that kind of physics in a complex mechanism, at least complex physics like this game has, it's quite interesting to see how they pull it off. Well, that's on my side though. And then Kingdoms Come Deliverance 2. It's a game that is really heavily impacted upon the almost the realism of medieval, with a complex fighting style with all the stances, weapon styles, mechanism, and of course we just goes into the fighting style. We're not talking about like the forge, the potions and everything like that. And they just reveal new DLC, which is Legacy of the Forge. I mean, it looks and sounds alright, I guess, something like that. And then Cult of the Lamb, Wool Heaven. Well, it's a rogue game, I feel like, and boy, the community for that game is really huge. I guess they're gonna be eating good food. The game looks and plays fun, I think, actually. Something along the way with roguelike and the last is basically World of Warcraft Midnight. I really have no saying about this franchise, so let's just move on. Now we go to the new IP that I just really found interesting, or at least stunning to look at. Whether it be just the teaser or actual gameplay or in-game footage or whatever word they're using on along the way. Now we go to first is the pre-game shows. They shows two teasers for two games that I really feels like it's gonna be something along the way of RPG, which is the main games that I love is RPG and FPS. So first is Valor Mortis. So it's kind of like taking the time of medieval, or at least darkest, not really darkest stage, darkest era of this world. It's kind of like in the 17th century style where you use that weapon that only shoot once and you gotta reload it with a really long and complex timing, the classic Spaniard or the British something something. Well, now imagine you put like a monster and zombies or whatever creature that is, and boom, you got that. It's a first person, looks like it's gonna be an RPG heavy influence style of game. It looks really interesting. And the second one, it's something that along the way are wuxia style RPG games. It's a Sword of Legends. Now this is something that I just heard literally right now, and from the way they teased in the video, it's gonna be looking good. I mean, it looks good. Though I want to see how it plays and I'll seal the deal. And then we go straight into the main game shows, which there's a lot of new IPs game. Now, whether I'd be interested in it or not, I just showed you all of it. So basically, we got Voidbreaker is like a shooting games or shooter looter or something like an along the way with arcade shooting style games, right? First person, of course. For my personal taste, it has way too much effect. It's kind of like driven along the way with that style, so I don't think I'm much of a fan with that style. Anyway, so and the next is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. It's a looter shooter as far as I remember. There's like that gold shiny thing, so it means like there's gotta be like a really special guns or something like that along the way. You looting, you shooting monsters, zombies, or whatever that creature is, and I guess that's that along the way and everything else. There's like 4 players and stuff. I guess that's as far as I know. I don't know. It doesn't convince me enough. Now, next, to Welcome to Purgatory. It's kind of like a roguelike, scrolling timer sets, like basically an arcade game, something like that. And then there's Zero Parades. For you who love Disco Elysium, well, guess what? The studio just revealed another game. It looks very unique. Like the style of the game in itself is something that I just never seen before. I'm actually want to start playing Disco Elysium if I have given the time, but I got too much game on my Steam already, so I gotta play that first. And then we got Unbeatable. It's a music game, so something like a beat style music game. So it's that, right? I mean, I played one music game before, and I just think to myself, yeah, I don't think I want to try another music game. It's not really my style, but I have fun playing it, to be honest. Cinder City is MMO shooter. Well, it's another game. It looks like Once Human in a way or something like that. I don't know about that. I have mixed feeling about that style of games. And then there's also Time Takers. It's basically just a heavily style. It's really a style that is heavily influenced of battle royale style of game, you know. And I don't know, man. The last time I played the battle royale game, it's definitely PUBG. I played a little Fortnite, just not really into it at all or something like that. And then we got La Divina Commedia. First time I see the title, I take a really hard time. Like, what is this word? What a word? But it looks stun. I mean, it's not really looking stunning. I only see like a glimpse of it, right? I mean, it so far I see that, and the whole art style, the whole fighting scene, it looks okay. Though I want to see more, so I cannot really say for now. And then we got Chronos. It's something like a along the way with horror style shooting game. Yep, we're talking about something that look like Dead Space. So yeah, I want to say that I'm really a fan of that franchise. It's really something that just basically look cool and stuff like that, you know, like the combination of sci-fi and horror. It's I don't even know if I really like that, but once I played the game, whoa, that is something I've never seen before. And then the last will be Project Spectrum. This taken me to a shock. Like, it's a new project, so basically it's still like not even in the alpha state of the game. It is a project for a game with a different name later, but still, it looks stunning. The teaser looked interesting, very interesting. Like the whole horror style of it, and then we got some schizophrenic girl that we also got a POV to play the monster instead. So I don't know, we played as the girl and as the monster. Like, even they show us when we play the girl, we see some ghosts and we ended up burning our friends along the way, or teammates, I guess. I don't know what's real or what's not. I guess it's a game of psychological style. That is actually interesting to see. Now we go to the old IP new games. Start with the thing that I feel like it's a bad apple. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna glaze this up upon. I just don't feel like this game's gonna be good or something like that. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. They just reveal a new looks into the game, and so far as I see, it's just not fit. Like, bro, I don't know what is the ideas of Black Ops and what it's gonna go to, but the only one Black Ops that I really love is Black Ops 1. 2 is start to get confusing, and 3, sadly, I don't really like the 3 or it become like a really new game that has no correlation or connection whatsoever with the previous two games. And then continue from them, like, are we even talking about Black Ops 4 really? And then whatever happened to 5 and 6, and now we are on 7. I don't know, man, that one just feels so disappointing. So that's that. And then we got Lords of Fallen 2. It is still a teaser, but boy, that looks so beautiful. I never played the first game though, but I do really want to get into the franchise so bad. And then the next is Lego Batman. If I was a kid, I might actually enticed to this, and probably a lot of people still love Lego Batmans, to be honest, or at least, you know, that style of game. But me personally, I just don't think of it too much, really. And then there's another game from Warhammer 40k. So Warhammer 40k is a really big franchise with variety of game style. Well, this one is more of a strategic game style, so I don't know. I guess it is what it is, right? Dawn War 4, I guess its name. And then one of the game that I really anticipated, Onimusha. It looks great, but when I see the trailer, I see like a fluctuations of frame per second there. Like, I don't know. And then, you know, it still looks great, but now I really have a mixed feeling, and then I just realized the game was owned by Capcom, and as we all know what Capcom did with Dragon's Dogma 2 and goddamn Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't know, man. I really have a mixed feeling. I mean, if they're still using the same engine, I don't even know if the problem is with the engine or it's with their optimization. Basically, the whole problem is with their optimizations on PC. I doubt it will be a problem on consoles, right? But bro, I don't have consoles. I really want to get into the franchise, but I don't know, man. Though I'm not gonna lie, though, the game's good, so if you have PlayStation, you might want that game. And then Europa Universalis 5, something along the way with ancient civilization style of game. That is not really my cup of tea, so I guess it is what it is. Deadpool VR, I'm not a VR player, so whatever. Ninja Gaiden 4, it's one long-standing franchise. Wow, the game looks good. The fight looks well and polished. God damn, I say. The Other World 2. I guess if you love The Other World, maybe this game is gonna be a banger for you. I just don't really see it that way. I don't know. I just don't like the game. Or or at least how it looks and everything. It's a looter shooter game, was it? Or something like that. Well, I don't know, never really into the game, never really interested into the game, so I guess it is what it is, whatever. The Seven Deadly Sins Origins. Yeah, it's an actual anime games. I don't know. There's like anime games that is actually ended up gonna be good, and there's like some shitty anime games that just gonna flop and just end of service. I don't know which one this one gonna goes to. I hope it's like the classic story heavy driven style of game and not just some flop gacha game, alright? Moonlight 32, it's probably an indie game, so I don't even know the first one or the second one, so I guess it is what it is, right? And then Bloodlines 2, I never really got into this franchise, so I don't really have much to say on this, but I guess good for those who played the first one. You got the second one now. Another World of Tanks stuff, so they made like that Rush style or whatever that, something along the way, probably similar to World of Tanks Blitz. I guess whatever. No, I'm not really delve deep into the game, so it is what it is. Ghost of Yotei Legends. So they don't even release the game, they already said they're gonna release the DLC. Man, I don't even know what to say about that, but I guess for those who already pre-ordered the game and basically just own the game, right? It's gonna be a free DLCs for everyone who owns the game. So you just buy the game, you already got that one for free. I guess that's good for you. And then Resident Evil 9 Requiem. It's gonna be like the grandiose. This is the grand reveal of the shows. They basically give another views from the game. It's basically like the starting of the game where our character or our main character, right, with her mother try to run away from whatever hell is happening. Well, I guess it turns out to be a bad one. It's gonna give her, our MC, a horror time. The last one will be Black Myth Wukong. Not. It's gonna be actually the new game. Black Myth Zonghui. So Game Science just shared to drop their new teaser here, and boy, they cooking good with the previous game, and bro, they basically already have established fans. Guess what? We're gonna be eating good. Yep, that one is a real shadow drop. Looks like Geoff Keighley knows when is the perfect time to drop that game. Like literally, man, I'm gonna say, wow. Like there's a lot of games that I really found really interesting, but I'm just a student with few monies. Like, come on, man. That's what it is, right? So that's all the recap that I want to show you of my own view of the show. So my overall saying is that the Gamescom 2025 is really good. You know what? I want to say this basically is that when Geoff Keighley is there, it's gonna be a banger. At least he did the same with Summer Game Fest. It was a good one. And this one, oh bro, this one is a crazy one. I'm not gonna lie. And that's basically everything I want to say in this video. So thank you for watching. I'll see you another time. Cheers.